So there's a question that came up recently inside our course communities related to what is the best practice? How do you handle it when somebody emails you, a potential client emails you and says, "Hi, I came across your website. I like your photography. We need a photographer for a project. I'd love to know what's your rate." And for me, when I see that, I go, aha, this is a great opportunity to get on a call with somebody, understand what it is that they're trying to create, what it is that they need, what are the problems that they need solved. Usually those are marketing problems that we're solving, but I need to get on a call with somebody to really understand the scope of their project before I can price it out. And not every client is familiar with our process or the process required for professional food photography, which is different than maybe the kind of photography that they're more used to, right? We think about kind of the two different types of photography. There's business to business photography, where we are working to create images for the use of a brand, a business, a company, right? So those are our food photography clients. That's different than business to consumer photography. So we're talking wedding photography, newborn photography, when somebody hires a photographer so that they can enjoy those images for personal use. And business to consumer photography follows a pretty set standard method, right? Like there's really not much difference from one wedding to the next. Like maybe you're going to add on a couple little things here and there, but it's a pretty set standard formula, and you can create packages and you can advertise those packages on your website, right? But here in commercial food photography, business to business food photography, every project's unique. The needs of the businesses are different. The budgets are different. The deliverables, the time it's going to take us, it's going to be different every time. And so because of that, we really need to have a conversation with this potential client to understand what it is that we're delivering. We can't just say, here's my package for 5 recipes, because there have been times that I have shot 5 recipes over the course of 2 days because of what the project required. There's been other times that we've shot recipes, 5 in 1 day. That had a very different team structure and very different expense structure. So I really need to ask a lot of questions. And the way that I like to help other photographers who are kind of struggling with this understand the context, I think that it helps to create an analogy, is to relate it to a travel agent. If you reached out and said, okay, I live in California and I want to take a vacation to New York City, what's that going to cost me? Well, the travel agent's not going to be able to tell you like right then and there what's the price, right? They're going to want to know, well, do you want to fly? Do you want to drive? Okay, you want to fly? Well, do you want to take a private jet? Do you want to fly business class? Do you want to fly coach? They'll have other questions about, do you want me to book accommodations? Do you want a fancy hotel in Midtown? Like, where do you want to stay? How about food? Do we need to book dining reservations? How about Broadway tickets? Do you want to sit in the nosebleed section, or do you want to sit in the orchestra? So many questions in order to be able to provide you, the client, the information about pricing that out. So it's the same sort of thing when a client comes to us and is like, what's the price for food photography? What do you charge? I'll say, well, there's a lot of questions. Let's get on a call. And I want to give you the encouragement to know that it is okay to stand your ground. I do it all the time. If somebody is not willing to get on a call, to jump on a Zoom with me so that I can get to know them, I can ask them these questions, I can really understand what it is that they need, that if they're not willing to do that with me, that's a pretty good indication that this is somebody who would probably not also be a potential good long-term client for a variety of reasons. Is that as a business owner, something that I work really hard to do is fostering quality relationships with my clients, so that this is not just somebody I do work with once, but that I get to do work with long-term, right? That you build relationships, that you get to know people and continue that. It also really helps then in the production process if you've been able to really understand somebody's needs and foster a relationship, because then, when things go, maybe don't go as planned, or things come up, that you can have really good productive conversations with a person. So personally for me, it is a red flag if someone will not get on a discovery call with me to discuss what it is they're looking for, then that's a non-starter for me. So I wanted to give you the courage to, again, stand your ground, say, this is how I run my business, this is how I do things. It's not like we're jumping into their business and telling them how to run their business. I, as a photographer, want to provide my clients with the best quality service, the best quality final images, and I need to follow my protocol and my process in order to do that. You will absolutely be respected and appreciated by the kinds of clients that are worth working with. And again, you also have a really great sort of ability to weed out the clients that aren't going to be a great fit. So I hope you find that helpful, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you're getting a chance to rest. Maybe. I know we all have a hard time doing that, but I send you my love. I send you my best, and more good stuff coming soon.